Hey everyone, alright, this is going to be a fairly detailed review of the Shark Rocket Ultralight Upright Vacuum that you can get at Costco. I picked this up for about 159 bucks. Make sure you watch all my other awesome videos. Please go to my channel page and click on donate to support this channel. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe, like, link this to any other website you want to. Most of the complaints on this vacuum seem to be that it will fall over, and I'm going to take this out of the box in a minute. But if you look at the bottom over here, it's a lightweight unit, and then right up at the top, that's where the motor is. That's unlike most vacuums where the motor is usually at the bottom, so there's stability on the floor, and it won't fall over. With this thing, if you don't hold it, it's going to come crashing down and hit the floor. There is a bracket that comes in the package so that you can support it on the wall. Let's look at the other side of the box while I'm talking. There is a bracket, but the biggest complaints seem to be that it will fall over. There are some complaints about the Costco brand that Shark has admitted has a problem attaching the attachment to the vacuum. That was in March. Hopefully they fixed that by now. So this is the outside box, just so you can see. I'm sure you know what a vacuum looks like. Other than the complaints of it falling over or the attaching the attachment, this thing only has like one attachment, I believe. Other than those two complaints, everybody seems to love this vacuum. There are a lot of really positive reviews on it. This thing cost me about $159 at Costco. Probably online it might cost a little bit more. If it's a piece of junk, then I'll take it back to the Costco and return it. So I bought this for my mom because it's really lightweight. This thing is 8 pounds. So let me take it out of the box. You don't really need to watch me do an unboxing. Let me take it out of the box and I'll assemble it and show you how that's all done. And do a review on how noisy it is. And I've left a lot of dust on the floor for the last few weeks build up so that I can do a really good review of this. And that's what's going to happen. Here we go. I'm zooming in on the box so you can see there's a crevice tool and a cleaning tool and an upholstery tool and the vacuum. So there's not really much going on with this thing. Time to take it out of the box. Everything's out of the box and on the floor. So here we go. There's a package of instructions. Here is the floor pad that I guess is going to get mounted on the bottom somehow. This is the bottom of the vacuum that you move along the floor for suction. Right over here at the back is the motor, which has an extremely, you can see that cord, that's, I don't know how long that cord is. That's a really good idea. A lot of people hate vacuuming with a short cord. Over here, I don't know what the heck that is, but that is some type of suction unit. There is a wall mounting bracket so the thing doesn't fall over. There's a plastic hose that is going to be used to assemble this thing. There's a crevice brush, an upholstery brush, a brush, and then this black thing is a bag. So, time to put this thing together and see what it does. Time to assemble this thing. Take the base unit, which has the wheels. You can see this little section over here where the hose is going to go in. So you take this with the wheels. Keep this opening towards your right, if you're right-handed. And then you want to take this plastic piece. You can see the one where the cord's going to wrap around. And if you go to the end over here, you can see that, see on the top, there are 3 little openings, 3 little holes. Those holes are going to go into this connector over here. So let's take this thing. Hopefully I can do this with one hand because I don't want to use a tripod. And maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Let's slide that. Let's push that in. It should click. It doesn't want to click. Let me shut this off. It didn't want to click because I had it extended out. You want to have this pointed upwards towards the ceiling, and then you push the pole in, and it will definitely make a little locking sound, a little clicking sound. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy over here, the big unit with the power cord, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to plug that in all the way in the top over here. So let me get that. Again, we have the same thing. You can see there's little 3 little pins over here that are going to go into the 3 pins on the connector on the top of this tube. So let me plug that in. Okay, not using a tripod. Hopefully this works. Oh. It's not going to work with 2 hands, with one hand. Hold on. So now I've got the bottom plugged in, and I've got the top plugged in, and you can see exactly what I was saying. This is top heavy. This thing wants to fall. You can see how it wants to fall. It's not going to stand up because of the incredible weight of the motor on the top. And that seems to be the biggest complaint. But let me continue assembling. You can see at the front there are LEDs that will light the way as you do your cleaning on the floor. That's pretty much all the assembly, though. I just plugged in those two pieces and the unit is completely assembled. Let me go to the top now and show you the power switch. This vacuum has a 2-position switch, one for off, which is 0. And you've got the number 1 over there, which it tells you what it is, and the number 2, and it tells you what it is. 1 is for high pile. The brush will spin much faster if it's on the high pile carpet to remove more dirt, and if it's on a bare floor, then the brush will spin slower, so you don't scratch the floor, but it still does some cleaning. So I'm going to plug this guy in now. As far as the other components that came with it, I don't really know. I guess the black bag is for these, to store these attachments. Not really sure what this piece over here is for. That's probably for the cleaning the floor, but I'll figure that out in a minute. And then we've got, like I said over here, the wall mounting unit, and we've got this thing for cleaning floors, some type of microfiber that probably goes with this guy over here. One thing I want to point out before I plug this in, this is a 4-amp motor. Most vacuums today are 12-amp motors, so this is definitely not going to have the suction power that your average motor has. Now, this has got some really neat features. Look at over here. Here we have the motor. We've got a little press button over here, a little push button. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to press this button, and let's see if I can disconnect. Yeah, I can. I'm trying to do this with one hand. So what we end up doing is now we have strictly the motor, and you can put an attachment on here and walk around and vacuum just with this guy alone. It's a little hand vacuum. This is very clever. I like this thing. There's another feature I want to show you. I attach the motor back to the tubing, the hose. So let me go to the other part of this vacuum now. And we've got the same feature, but it's down here, where you can press on this little pedal, and now you disconnect the base from the tube, and now you've got a vacuum that you can use to do drapes or curtains or reach up against the wall after you put on your attachments. So this is just an incredibly awesome vacuum where you can use strictly the motor, or you can have the built-in hose, or you can have the floor unit. You have 3 options here. What an incredible idea. Okay, I'm going to do a quick little test over here because it's late at night and I got a baby next door with the neighbors, so I'm not going to run this thing too long. I'm just going to see how loud this is, and I'll continue the video tomorrow. Let me put this on bare without the floor attachment and see how noisy it is. Wow, I like that. That is really nice. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm happy. Not too noisy. It's definitely not something you can be running at 7 p.m. at night if you have neighbors and you don't want to piss them off, but it's much quieter than the average vacuum, I'll give it that. And the power cord on this thing is just insanely long. There's the bottom attachment down there. Let me do one more test. I will say the game changer for a lot of people, that's a lot of dirt on the floor, the game changer for a lot of people is going to be, this thing is really awkward. It's very tall. It's definitely tall. It's probably like 4 feet tall. But the thing is, like I said before, vacuuming, it's very light. I mean, this thing weighs next to nothing. It's so light. But I think the problem for a lot of people is going to be, the minute you let go, it's going to fall. But if you're careful with that, let's see how it does on the floor. Because that's why you buy a vacuum, is for cleaning, not for comfort. So I'm going to do a real quick clean on this thing and give my opinion just with that. Again, there was another attachment for cleaning bare floors. I'm not going to conclude that in the video. Read the instructions for that part if you want. And here goes the review now. Let me turn it on really quick. I love it. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. It is so light and, oh, look at this. My review, I love it. Well worth the money. It cleaned. Much easier than pulling out a bulky vacuum cleaner. This thing's incredible. Again, please go to my donate page on the channel page. Donate if you can. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, and link to all channels, all websites if you want, and help me out. And make sure you watch all my other videos. What do I think of this Sharp lightweight rocket? Again, it's a 4-amp unit. You cannot put in screws or big items. You're going to jam this thing up. But for regular household cleaning, if you are an elderly person, if you have arthritis, or if you don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a Dyson, buy this. I think you're going to love it. And the final test, I've got the unit over here just with the plastic hose, and you can see an incredible amount of dirt on the floor that I've been saving up to do this review. Really dirty, really filthy. So I'm just going to try it with the crevice brush. I mean, not even with the crevice brush, just the crevice tool or whatever you call that, and see what it does with suction. And it even has the built-in light on the handheld unit. This is pretty incredible. Let me shut this off and get the floor unit now. Most of the dirt was already picked up, but now I've got the floor attachment again. And let me see what it does. It weighs next to nothing. It's so light. I'm really happy with this vacuum. There's some dirt, and now it's gone. Amazing. And finally, we have dirt on the wooden floor, and I'm not going to read the instructions on using the micro pad or that other attachment. I'm just going to press this on low speed and see what it does with this. It's probably going to clean it up also very easily. You see how it turns? Very easy how it turns. I love it. An incredible product. Hopefully it stands up. It seems like a good unit. Very well designed. And yes, I would recommend purchasing this to anybody that wants a very simple, lightweight, easy vacuum that you can use as a hand unit or a floor unit or an extended unit with this long tube hose.